Hi YouTube, it's Autumn Beckman. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I have a birthday haul. This is my first birthday haul because I wasn't doing videos last year when I had my last birthday. And I have some nice stuff here, some exciting stuff that I've been waiting for a while, and I'm really excited to have it and to share it with you. So I want to go through what I got. A friend gave me some stuff, my yearbook staff did something for me, and my mom and my boyfriend. So first I want to start with the yearbook staff and kind of go in chronological order. So my yearbook staff, or none of my students have ever done anything for my birthday because I don't advertise that it's my birthday, so they never know. But this year I thought I would try something new and see what happened. And on the calendar in my classroom, I wrote Miss Beckman's birthday and circled it and stuff. And the calendar is not something big that they see every day. It's kind of in a little corner off to the side. And I'm surprised anybody even saw it. But in pretty much every class, kids saw it, and I got a lot of happy birthdays, which is really sweet. And I wasn't expecting anything. I was really just curious if they'd even look at it. And then my yearbook staff came in, and one of them saw it and said happy birthday. I didn't hear anything else about it. And then we have lunch in the middle of that class, so they left for lunch, and when they came back for lunch, they were all kind of just standing around, not doing much. And I was like, get back to work. And so they left the room because they were going out and taking pictures that day around the school, so I didn't think anything of them all leaving. And then like 2 minutes later, the door opens, and I hear the whole group come in singing happy birthday, and they brought this balloon for me, and they also brought cupcakes. So during lunch, one of them had called their mom to go out and get stuff for me, which is so sweet. So everybody had a cupcake. So I thought that was just the sweetest thing. It was really, really nice that they did that. And then they smashed some cupcakes into one boy's face, which I've told a few people that, and they're like, oh, that poor boy. No, he wanted it, and it's kind of a yearbook tradition. We have little parties throughout the year, and the kids have come up with this thing where they put food on each other's faces. So what it ends up being really is just a good photography moment for the yearbook page in the book, and it's a lot of fun. So they enjoyed it. Very sweet. All right, so I want to show you next what my friend got me. So a very good friend of mine was in New York a few weeks ago, and he got me something at the Met. He's also an artist, and he visited me when I lived in New York, and we went to the Met together, so he knew that I would love something from the Met. He got me two things. One, trying not to knock stuff over. One is this bookmark. It says the Met there, which I think is so pretty. It's metal. You can't really tell from there, but it's a thin metal. So it's a really nice little bookmark. There's the back of it. There you go. And then he also got me this, which is funny. He's really funny when he wraps things. So it's a James Avery box, but he wrote not James Avery. And then inside he put all this colored tissue paper, which is so cute. And then he had wrapped up in like 20 layers of tissue paper. He'd wrapped up this little button. And I used to, when I lived in New York, I had a collection of the little metal button clips that they'd give you to prove admission. And so if you're not familiar with that, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, they used to, now they don't, they have stickers, which are terrible. They used to have these little metal circular things like that said the Met, and they would clip onto your clothes so it doesn't put holes in your clothes and doesn't stick to your fabric. And they would change the color every day depending on, well, what color they picked. So like you might go in one day and pay admission and get a red one, and then the next day you go in and pay admission and it's blue. So he wanted to get me one of those, but he didn't realize that they don't do that anymore, so he got me that little button, which is really sweet. All right, I'm gonna move on to what my mother got me. So she got me those flowers. She also got me some cupcakes from a place called Crave here in Houston, which are delicious. So my mom, she knows me well. She went to Williams-Sonoma and got me some fantastic stuff. So she got me the Williams-Sonoma Classic Hot Chocolate, which I didn't even know was out yet. I thought it didn't come out till Christmas, but apparently they have a fall container for it. So I was very excited to see that, because at Christmas time, around Black Friday or so, I stock up on that stuff. And I get like a year's supply of it, which is only 4 cans or so because we don't drink it every day. We just every once in a while. And then she found this, which I've never had before, and oh my God, doesn't that sound delicious? Bourbon Almond Brittle. Holy cow. And it is delicious. And let me show you what it looks like inside. So I love these kind of vintage containers. So it has that thing, you know, and then there's the Brittle. Ah, it's fantastic. It is so delicious. And it pairs very well with the other thing she got me, which is, we've already consumed it, but this bottle of almond wine. My mom also got me this tea kettle, electric tea kettle, and it programs, you can program it for the kind of tea you have, and it'll set it to a certain temperature, and it has a little tea basket, which is pictured here, that or an infuser, you know. So that'll be very cool. And I've actually wanted one of those for a long time. And she said she bought one for herself too, and that it works really well and boils water really quickly. So I'm looking forward to getting some use out of that. Now the boyfriend, he went all out and he got me some pretty cool stuff. So made me a cake. I'll put pictures here. He had so much trouble with this. He was talking to me about how to do it. It's a 2-layer cake, and I guess he'd never done that before. And he was calling my mom and asking her for tips. And the way he described how he did it was just how we told him to do it. And it still came out like this, and I love it. He was so funny. I got home and he told me about the cake, and I already knew he was making it. And I said, do I get to see it? And he had it up on top of the fridge. So he started to bring it down. And then he said, before you see this, repeat after me 3 times. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. And that was just hilarious. And then, you know, we had a big laugh about that. So it was adorable. I love it. Best cake ever. No offense to my sister, who's a professional baker, but she doesn't live in Houston, so she couldn't make me a cake. A Dachshund Calendar. Very cute. This will be for my classroom for 2018. Paul asked me yesterday, why didn't you take your calendar in? I said, well, it's not 2018 yet. And I hadn't done my video. I told him I have to do a birthday haul video. He also got me a box of Godiva Truffles. It looks like there's a variety, but they're not all different. There's several of the same. Yum. Those look fantastic. And then here's a little, in case you're interested, a little pamphlet thing that has what the truffles are. So if you want to know, you can pause that and read all those. Yum. They look good. And I'm actually trying to eat healthier, so this doesn't help very much. But I, not the boyfriend, but I am very good about eating like one of these a day, and maybe not even that often. He could sit down and eat the whole box, and I probably could too, but I'm good about not doing that. So we'll see how long those truffles last with him in the house. He also got me this bottle of Caparzo Brunello di Montalcino. When we were in Italy, we went to Montalcino and splurged and got a really nice bottle of Brunello. And I have not been able to find a good bottle of Brunello in the States. We've tried several of them, and we've tried different price ranges, and I just haven't found anything that compared to what we had in Italy. But when we were in New York, we were at this jazz bar, and we ordered this bottle, which they charged us about $100 for, so we were splurging that night. And then it was fantastic. And we found this bottle at one of our local wine stores, and it was only about $36. So they really upcharged us in New York there. Okay, now here's the big one. I've wanted this thing for about a year now. You knew this was coming, right? I wanted it for my birthday last year, and I didn't get it because we went to California instead. I took my mom and my sister to California for my mom's 60th birthday. So we're spending money on that instead of Louis Vuitton stuff for me. So I got it this year, and I actually knew that I was getting this. I'm going to tell you a little backstory before I open it for you. It's an item that's become hard to find, and the boyfriend and I were at the Houston Galleria at the 3 different Louis Vuitton stores a couple of months ago. And we were asking about the, this was back when I did that video about Louis Vuitton discontinuing the canvas. So we were asking people about that, and that's when things were getting really hard to find. That was the day that I pulled out my Toiletry 15 for an essay, and he said he hadn't seen one in months. Yeah, so we found this. There was, out of the 3 stores at the Houston Galleria, 1 store had one of these, and it happened to be made in France. So I told the boyfriend, this is the thing I've wanted since my last birthday. Just buy it now. Even though I like to be surprised with my gifts. I don't like to say, okay, get me this and get me this, and then I just open it on the day of. But this was an exception. It would have been great to be surprised, but I knew this was, you know, if you see it, you have to buy it then. So, okay, let me get to it. So, the receipt here, and this was purchased at it was at the Neiman Marcus at the Houston Galleria. And, oh, there's something else in here. What is that? Oh, the Neiman's receipt. There you go. And I wanted to see if it had the essay's name on it, because he was very nice. Essay's name was Colton. So if you're at the Neiman's boutique at the Houston Galleria, go talk to Colton, because he was very friendly. I've already unwrapped it, of course, but it had the ribbon around it, and it had a little gift card, and the boyfriend wrote a cute little note on there for me. I think it just says I love you or something, just very nice. And here is my drawer box. I don't have a box this size, so that's cool. It's always nice to get the different packaging that you don't have yet, even though it just sits in the closet, right? So pull it out, and a nice big dust bag. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm Autumn Beckman there too. You've already seen this. But here we go. I just love it so much. Ugh. There she is. The mini pochette in Monogram, which is such a standard, and I'm going to say it, basic piece for Louis Vuitton. But you just can't find them anymore brand new. Nobody has them in the stores. So we found this, and it was funny, we went outside the store after I saw it and had a little conversation, because I was thinking about, at this time you could start pre-ordering the Christmas animations like the penguin, and I was thinking about getting the penguin one, and I'm glad that I didn't wait for that because they didn't even release it. I was also thinking there's the trunks and bags, or trunks and locks, the one that has the trunk on it, and I really like that that limited edition collection, so I'd like to get something in that someday. And I like the mini pochette, but that one's on Dame Urbaine, and I want all my SLGs to be Monogram. So, and then I've also thought, I had just seen Minnie's video about Minx Roll about her Monogram mini pochette, so I was thinking about that. So I was debating which one I wanted, and did I really want the plain one, or should I wait? And I figured, let's get the plain one. It'll save him some money. So it, you know, this one's $300, the Mono's $500, the limited edition ones are closer to $400. So give him a little bit of a break and you get the plain one. So there's my beautiful mini pochette, and I love it so much. Everybody's familiar with the mini pochette, but this unclips on one side and you can clip it to the other side. The night of my birthday we went for dinner and I took it out just like this, used it as a wristlet. And the interior is the standard sort of, what is that, like a sienna canvas. My phone, I was going to show you that this is an iPhone 6 and it just fits in here. You have to push it a little bit past the metal pieces on the end, but it just fits. So there's that. So what I did was I put this in it, and I put my key clay in there with my cards and cash, and just took that to dinner. What I plan to use this for is to put my keys in. I would love to have a 6 key holder, but I have these 2 big key fobs. One's for the garage, and then one is for the car itself. So that won't fit on the 6 key. And then I also have my work keys and IDs. So I want to put those in there and put my other keys in there so they're not just loose in my purse. And that's what I'll use it for in my purse primarily. Or at least that's the plan for now. We'll see how that works out. But I just think it's so beautiful. I was talking to Paul about this all night. I love this. I was so looking forward to getting it. Even though I knew I was getting it and it wasn't a surprise, I was okay with it because I wanted it for so long, and I'm really, really excited to have it. I love it so much and I appreciate it. Let me show you all the ends here too. And it's beautiful. The canvas is lined up so well. It's centered really well. It's just a perfect little piece. I haven't seen any flaws on it. He saw me checking it for flaws immediately because there have been so many issues with Louis Vuitton, you know, with their quality. So there you go. All right, that's my birthday haul. Thank you for watching. And if you liked it, click the like button, the subscribe button, the bell notification icon. And I'm trying to remember now to let you guys know that I'm on Instagram too, so you can follow me there at autumnbeckman. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.